That which was from the beginning, which we've heard, which we've seen with our eyes, which we have looked upon, and our hands have handled of the word of life. Word Out, a young people's church of the Men of Issachar Vision Incorporated, brings you God's word. Be blessed as you listen.
Lord, we ask that you keep refilling us with yourself. We ask for that characteristic that will make us not to be tired of you, that will make us seekers of you continuously, that will make us long, hunger and thirst after you, that will make us to mourn for you. Lord, let this be our description as you send your word again, because you say when the word entered, I heard the word as it spake to me, the Spirit entered me. We ask that your word will come into our hearts. Spirit of the living God, remain our help. For we pray in Jesus' name. Thank you, Holy Ghost. Matthew chapter 5 verse 14, the scripture we have been using for this month. You know, this month we're talking about lights of the world. Now, he said, you are the light of the world. I'm reading New Living Translation. Like a city on a mountain, glowing in the night for all to see. He said, don't hide your light under a basket. Note that, verse 15. Don't hide a light under a basket. Instead, put it on a stand and let it shine for all. I'll read that verse again. He said, don't hide your light under a basket. Meaning that you can hide your lights. Light can be hidden. Alright? He said, don't hide it under a basket. Instead, put it on a stand and let it shine for all. Verse 16. In the same way, let your good deeds shine out for all to see, so that everyone will praise your heavenly Father. You see, I said it there, your light can be hidden. Different things can happen to light, and different things can be achieved with light. Light can provide illumination. Alright? Light can provide illumination. Psalm 119. He said, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. It can provide illumination. Light can shine. Light can shine. In other words, it gains attention. It announces itself that it's there. It attracts things to come and give benefit, to come and get it. Light can attract. Light can also provide warmth. Light can provide warmth. Number 4, light can burn. There is an intensity of light that can produce a burning effect. Even the one you think cannot burn, if you focus it very well, it will burn. How many of you did the magnifying glass experiment with the sun? How many of you have done that before? Oh, you've not done in secondary school. You've not done it. You see, I want you to just say, where is pastor taking us back to school today? Don't go to school to pass exam. You see, this sun, as you can see, it can burn things. It can burn a paper without matches. But because it's not focused well, that's why it's not burning. So when you take a magnifying glass and you're able to set the ray properly and you allow it to stay for a while on the paper, it will catch fire. Abi? Because scientists. So, light burns. I've told you 4 things about light. I said number 1, light what? Illuminates. Light also what? Shine. Number 3, warmth. Number 4, it burns. When you are able to focus it enough, the intensity will burn objects. John chapter 5 verse 35. Jesus talked about John. He said, for a while you rejoiced in his light. What was he say? He said it was a shining and burning light. It was a shining and burning light. It burned. Luke chapter 24. When Jesus resurrected. And he met two men on the way to Emmaus. And they were discussing about how their master had been stolen. And Jesus kept telling them, don't you see this in your scripture? How it is written that he shall die, how we shall resurrect and everything. And the Bible said, and they got there, and when they wanted to eat and break bread, it disappeared. And then they said to ourselves, wow, didn't our heart burn within us when he was speaking with us? That is light. Number 5, where I want to dwell this morning. Light travels. Light travels. In other words, you can see light beyond the source. Is somebody with me? You can see light without being close to the source. That is, the light leaves the source and keeps going, and keeps going, and keeps going. And if indeed you are the light of the world, you should not only provide illumination. You should not only shine. You should not only provide warmth, and you should not only burn. Somebody is asking, what do you want to burn? Okay? You should not only burn. You should also travel. Light should travel. Now, I'm not saying your light should travel. I'm saying you should travel because you are the light. So I want you to change your mindset from I'm born in Ibadan. Primary school Ibadan. Secondary school Ibadan. University Ibadan. Service year, you worked it again, Ibadan. Postgraduate, Ibadan. Work, Ibadan. And you are ready to say yes to only a man that's ready to live in Ibadan. Light travels. Don't restrict yourself to a place in your mind. Don't get locked down by your mindsets. Jesus said, you are the light of this world. If you are the light of this world, get ready to be moved, even at short notices. Do you have an international passport? Light travels. Somebody say, if everybody now travel, who remain in this church? I'm not afraid of you traveling. As you are traveling, some are traveling in. As we are giving our daughters out, our sons are bringing daughters in. So we are not scared. Don't say, I don't want to go and marry because I don't want to be missing pastor. Pastor will be missing me. Listen, you go and others. For everyone that go, many will come. But I want to be confident that even when you travel, you are going as light. You've not changed to become something else. Light, travel. He said you are the light of the world. You see, to travel means to reach more people. To travel means to reach new people. There's a difference between the two. To reach more people, to reach new people. Number 3, to travel means to cover more grounds. Number 4, to cover new grounds. Number 1, I told you to travel means what? To reach more people. Number 2, to reach new people. Number 3, to cover more grounds. Number 4, to cover new grounds. That's what it means to travel. So the light has been operating somewhere before. Now it wants to cover new ground. It has been meeting some people's needs before. Now it wants to go ahead and influence other people. That is traveling. There are different reasons people travel. There are different reasons. Mind you, there are 2 major types of travels. There is a physical travel and there is a virtual travel. Say after me, the physical travel and the virtual travel. So physical travel means a geographical movement. You can change country. You can change states. Alright? It's not compulsory to japa to Europe. You can japa to Imo. You can japa to Borno. The most important thing is be where they need the light. So there can be geographical movements. Now, geographical movement could be within the same physical location or outside the same physical location. In other words, it can be inter or intra. Is somebody with me? It can be inter or intra. Inter can be, you move from here to Lagos, you move from here to Belgium. But there can be intra movements. You are still within this city, but you change your job. You are still within this city, but you change your neighborhood. Is somebody hearing me now? That is still a travel. So, when you change your job from that office you were before to another office, you are now going to be meeting new people. Is somebody here? You are going to be covering new grounds. That is the light traveling. In other words, what I'm telling you is beyond a message for those who want to japa. It's a message for everybody. Because at this stage of your life, there should be movements. Movement. So your movement can be outside the geographical location. It can be within. But you are moving from one school to another school. Is somebody getting that? From one job to another job. From one business to another business. From one contract to another contract. There are movements. From one neighborhood to a better neighborhood. Why people did not say amen to that? A better neighborhood. That's the travel. So light travel. What is the essence of light travel? So that it can reach more people, reach new people, cover more grounds, cover new ground. So light keeps traveling. Light spreads. It doesn't hold on to one spot. It keeps moving. So a proper light will go beyond where it started from. It will go beyond where it started from, providing more illumination, providing more burning and warmth effects. Beyond where it started its journey from. So tell the person beside you, are you a light? Then you should be set to travel. So the traveling life. What is it about the traveling life? Many things make people to travel. But I was telling you the type of travel before. Number 2 type of travel is the virtual travel. Virtual travel, you don't have to live where you are, but your light has moved beyond where you are physically. Are you with me? Your light has moved beyond where you are physically. So you might be in this city, but people in Oklahoma, they are hearing your voice. They are feeling your impact. How? There are several technologies that can help you to be virtual. Several technologies. And you need to maximize it. Some of you are great teachers of teenagers. Enough of teaching teenagers in Ibadan. You can teach teenagers in Dakota without leaving Ibadan. Your phone can do it for you. You don't need a studio. Your room is your studio. My room is too dark. How much is ring light? How much? Is that comfy? How much? From your room, package yourself and sell what you are doing. Put it online. Go global. Listen, to travel virtually is to go global. Listen, people who are traveling like they are global in their mindsets. So stop doing things as if it's only people here. He said you are the light of the world. The world does not end in Ibadan. So some of you might have to step up your English. Ask the person beside you, is pastor talking to you? You see all this Yoruba accent in your English, you have to drop them. You have to be global. To travel means you are global in mind. Reaching the world with all you are doing. package it. It's time to start asking yourself, how are you packaging what you are doing? I like talking to people. I enjoy talking with them. I talk with them once in a week. Can you put what you are saying, can you put it in a book and let's sell your book? I don't have money for publisher. They are ready to buy publish books. It's not in hard copy. It's whoever wants to buy. When they say buy, they quickly print and send to the person. In fact, there are even e-books. I'm too lazy. If you are lazy, you cannot travel anyway. Okay. I don't want to be as it's coming, little by little, turn it into a blog. Listen, everybody here should have a blog. You hear what I say? Everybody here should have a blog. Tell your neighbor, are you hearing pastor today? What should I write there? Anything you know, write it. Anything you know how to plan wedding, auntie, write it. Wedding planner blog. And then today you talk about how to choose gele. The following week, what do you talk about again? How to choose reception venue. Abi? The next one, how to mobilize people to attend the wedding. You see, you cannot run out of series. The secret of your virtual presence is good content and consistency. Good content. Once you have content, be consistent with it. Listen, don't be discouraged. After 1 year, 5 followers. Let me teach you what to do. Disable the comment section. Listen, because it can discourage you. One person commented. And even the one that commented, he criticizes you, he abuses you. And he says, I'm not doing it again. Listen, when you are starting, disable the comments. You don't need people's comments. You only need the comments of God. What did I tell you? All of you should have something. You should have a presence online. Presence online doesn't mean you have a Facebook account. Have a presence online that you are doing something, one of the lights God has given you, you are pushing it out there. Something you know, you are pushing it out there. This thing doesn't cost much. Have a vlog. Vlog is a video blog. Have one. You see what I like about this generation is they are not looking for a perfect studio. They are not looking for a perfect production. Just do like this, do anything and post. People will watch. They will like. They will share. They will comment. Enough of watching other people's TikTok. It's time for your own TikTok to go viral. Is that what you like be doing? What do people do on TikTok? They'll be walking on the street. This is me, Abi. They're walking and then they'll get the way. They'll play one song and they will do one funny dance. Imagine you, when our pastor was doing confession and song together this morning and blew the roof. You quickly do 1 30-second one, Abi, and you put on your TikTok. That is something. See, have a global presence. That is traveling. So that your light is going elsewhere without you moving physically. If there is something you should buy, invest in what will make you global. Buy a Bluetooth mic. It's not expensive. Buy a Bluetooth microphone. So that now be doing a cooking vlog. Do a cooking vlog. Everybody is doing one, but your own will be different. Your own will be cooking for Jesus. As you are cooking, you will be showing people how spiritual implications of what they are doing. And they are learning a new recipe. Is that not so? That's a recipe. They are learning new, what do you call it? New menu. Abi? They are learning new ones. And yet, what are you doing? You are still passing the message across. It's about you being creative. Somebody say creative. Be creative, be innovative. People that travel are creative. They don't think the common way. And they are deep thinkers. Enough of talk. Redraw to think. Redraw to think. Be creative. Travel virtually. Like travels. You have no excuse to remain a local champion of these streets. Technology has made it easier. So there is geographical travel, there is physical travel, and there is virtual travel. But why do people travel oftentimes? Number one, people travel because of persecution. When people are frustrated in a place, they will suddenly realize that they have reasons to move. Ideas that have never crossed their mind before, they begin to think about it. For instance, you've always loved your job. You've never complained about it. But when you realize that people that want to add 10 to the figure began to insult you, that are you Jesus' brother? Are you Mary, mother of Jesus? And they begin to abuse you every day. They begin to gang up against you. You're right, okay? They begin to report you to your bosses, telling them what you did not do. They begin to withhold communication and information from you so that you will not meet up with deadline. You know that's okay? They are persecuting you because of what you stand for, because of your faith. Then suddenly something just comes to your mind. I'm tired of this job. I want another job. And then you begin to look for another job. Persecution can induce travel. Acts chapter 8. In Acts chapter 7, Stephen was martyred. And in Acts chapter 8, the Bible said Paul, or Saul then, who was there, upon whose feet they gathered their clothes when they wanted to stone people. Those stoning people is a serious business. You have to remove all your ropes, all your agbada, all your food. They removed it, put it down, so that they can stone properly. And he said, and when they were, after that, he said, and the believers were scattered. Verse 4. But as they were going, the Bible said, they were preaching everywhere. Look at that. But the believers who had fled went everywhere preaching the good news. Though they are traveling, they were still shining. Though they were traveling, their light was still burning. Though they were traveling, their light was still illuminating. Though they were traveling, their light was still providing warmth. Number 2, people travel because of war and insecurity. War and insecurity. Daniel had to leave Judah and move to Babylon, not because he wanted to go, but there was war, insecurity, and the Babylonians captured them as their bounty of war. In other words, evidence that they were victorious at the upfront was to bring in slaves. And they brought in a lot and even brought princes. Daniel was a prince. Brought in princes. So the travel of Daniel and his friend from Judah to Babylon was not because they wanted to. It was war and insecurity. There are people who have relocated from the northern part of Nigeria to the southern part, not because they love southern part, but because of war and insecurity. Is somebody getting that? There are people who are changing their state because of bandits and kidnappers. Some of you moved to this place because in your village now, where you are coming from, there are bandits. Some of you, where you are coming from, on Monday, is compulsory public holiday, nobody there go out. And you felt like, is this where I will be finished using my life? So weekend is now Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And you felt like, oh boy, let me go somewhere else, where Monday is a free day. That is travel. So people travel because of different reasons. You have people who have been asked by the government or the federation to go and serve in a place. But even though they have been posted there, they are looking for redeployment. They want to travel away from there. Because as far as they are concerned, all the news they have had, that place is not safe. In fact, between here and that place, they cannot count how many times they recited Psalm 23. Every car that they want to overtake them, they are thinking, hey, hope it's not the bandits and the kidnappers. Every time. But tell somebody beside you, fear not. I can't hear you. Tell that person, fear not. He said, 1,000 shall fall by one side, 10,000 at the other side. He said, with your ears you will what? It shall not come near. Number 3, people travel for economic reasons. When the economy is no more favorable, people begin to have plans. Japa plans. People begin to have plans. Quite a number of you here. If you say the truth and of the truth and of the truth and of the truth and of the truth, you know the kind of plans you have. You know what you are doing, what you are pulling. Some of you, as you are sitting there, as you are accepting our sort and life, you are still telling yourself, I should not be around. I should have gone. That visa should have come out. You are still telling yourself, but let me tell you nothing, you will do this one with us. Economic reasons. Jacob's children, that is the nation of Israel, had to go to Egypt because of economic reasons. There was no more food, there was famine. Just like famine is rising in Nigeria now. There was famine. And then they saw a place where there is plenty, where there is food. And they went there. They went to Egypt. But note the difference between them and Elimelech. Elimelech also, with his wife Naomi and 2 sons, also traveled because of economic reasons. Ruth chapter 1. But there is a difference between the two, and that takes me to number 4 reasons why people should travel. And why you should travel. I don't want you to travel because of security and war reasons. Well, persecution should not force you out, except they tell you they don't want you again. They are frustrating you at work, stay back, keep shining the light. They are angry because something is happening to them. Your light is disturbing their darkness. That's why they are angry. Every time you show up in office, you are exposing their darkness. That's why. In chapter 5, he said your light exposes their darkness. War should not be the primary thing that will push your insecurity. Elimelech left for Moab for economic reasons. He perished there. His 2 sons perished there without having children. That was the end of Elimelech. His generation wiped out. His story ended. Listen, if you allow economic reasons to push you out as your major reason, you will soon end your story. Your story is not defined by money. Your story is not defined by comfort. Your story is defined by living according to the script of the writer. It doesn't mean it's no longer fun. Evangelist. You know, when you have a storyline, and actors get to stage, and they begin to act outside the story, it doesn't mean what they are doing is no longer interesting. Is that not so? It can still be funny. It can still provide entertainment. In fact, it can still provide lessons. But as far as the producer and director is concerned, what have you done? The story has ended since. You have left the story. So, it doesn't mean that your life will no longer have fun. It doesn't mean that you will not be comfortable. It doesn't mean like your life or be admirable. But the point remains, you have ended the story. Because you have gone out of scripts. Elimelech's story ended. He has No descendants. The 2 sons died without any children. Why? He went to Moab. The same thing that took the Israelites to Egypt, and they prospered and came back with riches and wealth. They were not that wealthy before. When they came back, when they were about living, God told them, He said, go and borrow. There are borrowings that become your permanent possessions. He said, go and borrow jewelries. The finest one. They went, they borrowed. They emptied their economy. Because when the farmer became worse, they invested their resources in jewelries. Their wealth was now in jewelry. This farm no they do again. Animal no they prosper again. Nothing was prospering. So the little money they had was left in jewelry. And that jewelry was so important to them. Even when they had no more money to buy food, they didn't sell jewelry to buy food. They were selling themselves to buy food. You didn't get it? They were smart Egyptians. They knew that farmer will not last forever. A day will come, they will still need their money. So they left the money that they have invested in jewelry. They were not exchanging food with jewelry. No. What are they doing? They said, I would rather become a slave to Pharaoh just to get food. But then my jewelries. When things turn back, I want to have something to fall back on. Fall back plan. My children will not die poor. Fall back plan. Inheritance for my children. After all, a good man leaveth inheritance for his children. They were piling up the jewelries. It was those same jewelries, the wealth of many generations to come that they are piled up. Listen, what else did they have? They didn't have food again. They didn't have animals were not prospering. Do you get it? Nothing was working. Their land had been devastated by locusts, by housefly, by anything. Their water polluted. Everything has scattered. All the fishes in the water have died. The only thing they banked on was jewelries. And the Egyptians who came, they borrowed the jewelries. They know they will never return it. They borrowed the jewelries. And when they borrowed the jewelries, they went. And that night, God killed their firstborn, their future. A child of anybody is his future. So God messed up their future, both physically and financially. And then they left. With all the riches of Egypt, they left. That's how they started their nation. So when you see the Arab world ate them, don't blame them. Because those people did not do them well too. They never did them well. They never did. They plundered their wealth and they ran away. But Moab's story ended. Israel's story started by going on economic exile. There is a travel that can progress your story. There is a travel that can end your story. So don't travel because some are traveling. Israel might be traveling. Elimelech should not travel. What was different? And that's number 4. Travel based on instructions. Change job. Change physical location based on instructions. Even when you are still happy with where you are so happy There was this pastor who was working in a great phone company. The phone then was making wave all over the world. He was a senior officer. And he was doing fine. So one day, his office is on the lower floors. They had a management meeting at the top floor. And as they left the management meeting, everybody was going to execute what they were told in the management meeting. As he was going in the elevator down to his office, inside the elevator, he had it. Resign. And I was like, we can't resign. Devil, I bind you. Who resigned from this kind of job? In Nigeria, working in a no. Then had it again. Resign. Then add another one. Now. If you are here in the morning, we are talking about brain and your heart. Then he checked it. As the thing opened up, he pressed it again. And went back. As he appeared at the main leader office, got the paper from the people in front, and wrote the decision letter and dropped it. I said, what's wrong? We just finished a meeting now and everything. Why didn't you even tell us in the meeting? What? I just knew now. And you did it now. I did it now. He never knew the reason. The place was too comfortable to live. But he had learned to trust God. 3 months later, the company started having problems. Under 1 year, the company was sold out. But do you know the benefit? When he left like that, he got all his package. He got all the benefits. That is severe. You left yourself. It's different from company have gone bankrupt. Everybody find your way. We owe you nothing. Even the company is owing itself. So we owe you nothing. But now, he got all his benefits, everything, and left. And everybody was asking, did you know? What information did you have access to and you didn't tell all of us? There is a spirit in man that giveth inspiration. The inspiration of the Almighty. Travel by instructions. The Israelites went there because God had already told Abraham long before that a day will come, they will go. Till the sins of the Amorites and Canaanites is completed. And then he will bring them back after 400 years. God had already said it. So they left according to plan. In fact, if you read from Psalm 105, he said, and God called a farmer. It was God that called the farmer to activate the travel plan. But for Elimelech, the instruction was, thou shalt not have anything to do with thy cousins, the Moabites and the Ammonites. Neither shall you marry from them. So Elimelech was against instruction. Listen, irrespective of what want to force you to travel, to change job or change a physical place or change anything, don't forget to check back with God. Don't forget to check back with who? With God. Let it be based on God's instruction. Change job, change school, change your state, change your city, change your neighborhood, change your physical location because you got an instruction from God. A good example of that was Abraham. Genesis chapter 11, God told him, he said, leave your kindred, leave your people, and go to a place I will show you. He was traveling by instructions. I've told you light travel, but light should not travel because of pressure. Light should travel because of instruction. Light should not travel because of the government in power. Light should travel by instructions. Light should not travel by the new price of wealth. Light should travel by instruction. Light should not travel because of inflation. Light should travel because of instructions. And when you travel as light, you are not supposed to change who you are. Light, anywhere light gets to, light is still light. This light will not get elsewhere, okay? If you beam it in your direction, it will not get to your side and become darkness. Light will remain light. Light doesn't change irrespective of its location. You know, while I was serving my fatherland, so I served you. Those of you that are looking for excuse to serve, pastor did not serve, I served. While I was planning to serve, and while I was serving, we went to camp to welcome a particular set. And I saw someone say, this guy, you posted you yes. We said yes. And somebody asked me, he said, who is he? The way I greeted, like I knew him. I said, he finished in my university I went to, he finished the same place. And I told the person, I said, in fact, he was a pastor of a fellowship. I said, wow. Then days later, we were passing Mami. And the same person, I gave the gist. I said, is that not the person? I said, yeah. He said, that's what you said was a pastor. I said, yeah. If you see what he was doing, Mami, nothing even showed that he was ever born again, talking of being a pastor. And as we were walking, when he saw me from one side, he turned, thinking that I would not see him. Not that I've already seen him before. He saw me. He turned, and we to just pass and went like that. He was a light on campus. He got to camp and thought nobody knew him there. He became something else. Light does not change because you think people do not know you there. Philippians chapter 2, from verse 12. Paul was speaking, he said, you have always obeyed me when I was with you. Now that I'm no longer with you, you should obey me even more. Your obedience should not be because people are with you. Verse 14, he said, do everything without murmuring and complaining. Verse 15, by that, your light will shine in this dark and perverse world. In this corrupt world, your light will go out to all. By being the same everywhere. So even though you have reasons to leave, don't say people do not know you there and you become something else. You should become constant. Your character should not worsen. If there will be a change in your character, it should improve. Many people are different people when they go to campus and when they are here. When they travel for service and when they are here. Some people are looking for transfer so that they will get to a place nobody is there. Nobody can caution them again. Listen. Grow beyond that lifestyle where you need somebody to be there to caution you. Caution yourself. That's where you have the fruit of the Spirit called self-control. So that you can caution yourself. You don't need people to caution you. Don't now get somewhere and say, nobody knows me here. So that I won't find another chap. Don't let me join the church. You are now loafing. Loafing is a setup for yourself to go down. One of the things you do when you move to a new location, physical location, is to identify genuine believers and join them. Don't waste time. From day one, join them. If you wait for day 3, it might be too late. Light travels. Is somebody with me? And when he gets to the other side, he remains the same. Also, note that at times when light is planning to travel to a particular place and there is a major barrier it cannot penetrate to, light will bend sideways and find it another way. Is somebody hearing me? Light will do what? Will bend and find another way. If God told you that He wants you, are you with me? That He wants you in a particular nation. If that nation doesn't want to open up to you, your light can bend. Enter another nation first, then enter that one. If a job doesn't want to give way to you, you can step into another job first. And then from that job, you enter that one. You want a job and they are telling you, you must have had 5 years experience at the managerial level. Where do you want to get that from? From NYSC? Where do you want to get it from? And then you now sit and say, that is where God said I'm going to shine my light. And you are now praying in tongues every morning. Oh boy, stop that and get out. You have tried, they've told you you don't have it. What do you do? Go and get another job. Let it be a job nobody knows. All you are looking for is a job you can become a manager. And then after that 5 years, bring that same experience. 5-year managerial level. You didn't quote in which company. You only said managerial level. So even if I manage a supermarket, it's managerial level. If I manage a primary school behind my house, it's managerial level. If it's an eatery, it's what? Managerial level. Listen, get it, add it up, and then bend back to where you are going. But some of you are stuck because what you thought God is telling you is not working out, and then you are stuck, and then your life has gone. No, don't stop. Light bends when you miss a barrier. Of recent, somebody was sharing with me. He said, information is power. That Canada is easier to enter than Nigerians are making it. I said, wow, tell me more. He said, all you need to do is give your wife belly. Are you hearing me? Pastor, are you hearing me? Give your wife what? Belly. Let your wife be pregnant. And once she's 3 months pregnant, do a travel. Apply for tourism travel to Brazil. I don't want to go for tourism in Brazil. You don't need to go, just your wife. So your wife will carry the belly. They won't stop you from being a tourist. You will go there to them. Now when she's there, because she's pregnant, once they say she's pregnant, they are going to start taking care of her and your baby inside the womb by the government. They will start taking care of her. And then you will now push your return ticket to push it forward. And then you born there. Your child becomes a citizen of Brazil. And because your child is a citizen of Brazil, you will now send that the father should come and visit his child. The father will get a quick visa to go and visit his child. He will now land there. Because the child is their property, he cannot travel on time. So the mother or the father has to work for a while. After 2 years, you get temporary residence. After 5 years, you get PR, permanent residence. With your permanent residence, you can enter Canada automatically from Brazil. With your permanent residence, you can enter US automatically. But you are here 7 years, you are still applying for visa every day. Light bends. Light knows where it is going. So when you miss a barrier, what does it do? It bends and finds a way to get there. That is how light travels. Number 2 about the traffic light. It doesn't change when it gets to the other side. Number 2, it bends when you come across a barrier. It's not rigid. Light is not rigid. Light is flexible. It's not rigid. You can try it out. Put on the flashlight of your phone and put your hand to try and cover it. What will the light do? It will find other ways to escape. You can't keep light down. So no embassy should keep you down. No human resource company. Wabi, what do they call themselves? That are some job. Those people that do it, all of you. What do they call them? HR. No HR company should hold you down and delay your destiny. You can bend and find alternatives. You always had that dream. Every time you sleep, you wake up, you see yourself living in that estate. You don't have to get there suddenly. But live where you are first. That is telling yourself that I'm getting ready. But you did not live where you are for the last 8 years. And you tell me you want to go there, you will not go there. Because you have to overcome inertia. You can't afford that one yet. Then move, go to the next one you can afford. You see, step up gradually, step up gradually, step up gradually. And then one day you only realize that the only place left for me to enter is that estate for this dream door. In fact, you already be there before you now remember, I used to dream about this place. Oh my God. So this is how God works. But you sit down there, you are praying. Your prayer without adequate actions will get you nowhere. Jesus was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane. And he said, Lord, hey, if it's possible, let this cup pass over me. Then after a while, he said, well, not my will, Abi, but their will. To prove that he has prayed, not by the Lord. What did he say? The Bible said, and he stood up, and he told the 3 people that were sleeping. He said, what? Let's go. Let's go and meet them. Let's go and meet them. Do you know if he had stayed back there, they won't find him that night? Because Judas did not know where he went to. Judas only know where the whole team went to. So they will have got there, met the others, but they won't see Jesus and the 3. And those ones did not know where they went to. He could have stayed in the garden. Prayer answered, but prayers not manifested. There are many answered prayers that are not receiving manifestation because you are not stepping out. And your excuse is there is a barrier. Listen, light bends when you come across barrier. Number 3. A traveling light climbs a stand. Is placed on a stand. The higher your stand, the better your light travels. Your light will travel more if you have a higher stand. He said, don't cover it. Don't hide that light. What do? He said, place it on a stand. On a stand. Look for stand and place your light on. You are that light, but you need stand. Is somebody with me? Listen, having 4 masters and 2 PhD is a stand. It's a stand. Having 4 masters, are you listening to me? And 2 PhD is a stand. You were going to be higher than other people that have 1st degree. So when they are looking for the light to use, the light that will travel, people are going to pick the light that is standing higher. Step up your standing. But you know why? People are too lazy to climb their stands. Indolence, laziness, procrastination. You have to deal with it. Isaiah chapter 60 verse 1. He said, arise, shine. Before your light can shine, you must arise. To arise means to change position, including to climb a stand. Climb a stand. Step up your qualification. Your qualification is a stand on its own. So there is an opening. And we are looking for somebody to a light to place there. Which light is going to shine there? It is the light that is on the higher stand, not the light on the lower stand. Lights that have no stand are disregarded and despised by people. If you put a light on the floor, so it's trying to shine, it's trying to illuminate. But before you know what will happen, you will soon use your leg to what? To hit it. Many people are light, but they are being kicked here and there because they are not on a good stand. They are on the floor. You have to step up your life and leave the floor and be on stand. 9:15 of Ecclesiastes, he said, there was once a poor man but wise man. He showed them what to do. And after they have obeyed, what they do? They forgot him. Why? He had no money. Money, riches is a stand. Riches is a stand on its own. Your qualification is a stand. Listen, have good careers. Build businesses. Listen, there are businesses that you have. They will see the portfolio of your business and the embassy. They will not, in fact, they will not first of all give you 6 months. They will not give you 1 year. They will give you 10 years at a go. There are portfolios. There is a portfolio that you carry that they will come and invite you. You will not be the one looking for them. It's 60 verse 3. He said, nations shall come to your light. The light that nations come to is on the stand, not on the floor. They will come and beg you, we want you here. Listen, there is a way you can raise your stand, and companies will be fighting themselves, we want you. And then company will go and do a meeting. You will use it for 2 years. You will come to our place for 2 years. Then you will come to your own place for 2 years. In fact, you will not tell all of them, I'm not working for anybody again. I'm not funding my own consortium. All of you are now my clients. What do you do? What do you do? How do you climb your stand? Have something you want to stand on. And then keep letting that stand go higher by improving yourself. I say it again today. Say, Pastor has come again. Go back to school. If you have not had me all these years, I'm saying it again. What? Go back to school. It doesn't have to be a physical school. You can do virtual school. In 1 year, you can have 12 certificates. Go back to school. It's time to travel, but you need a stand. What are you standing on that your life will travel? He said, place that light upon a stand. What you are the light? Upon what are we going to place you? Upon what are you placing yourself? Skill you don't get. What can you do? But there is a way you can brush up your drumming skills. Is somebody with me? You can brush up your drumming skills, and nations will be the one coming to beg you, come to our nation. And then you now do your own accord. I will do 1 month in Australia, 1 month in UK, 1 month in. Listen, it is because you have a good stand. That is why your light is being contented for everywhere. Step up your content. Step up your consistency in producing your virtual content. Push it. That is how your life can have a good stand. The virtual one stands on consistency and quality. Improve. Don't keep doing things the same way you have been doing before. Stop writing the way you have been writing before. Step up your writing. Go to other platforms. Be bold, be confident. I tell people, how will you be introducing yourself and you won't tell people what you are doing? Wow. Thickness. You meet people. New people. I'm this and this. I'm a writer. See, don't let it leave your. It's part of your name. It's your address. But you meet people, you don't talk about it. You tell me, I'm Thompson. I build houses. Listen, that is. It must be. Your name must have a tagline. Is somebody with me? Your name must have what? A tagline. I'm Tolu. I can make your house new. Listen, your name must have a what? Tagline. Don't just introduce yourself and say, what is it, Pastor, what about you? I'm Roland, I preach. But that's what I tell people. I'm just telling you that. Let your light shine, but for it to shine and travel well. See, this shining effect is about how far you have gone. What ground are you covering? Where is your stand? This is what is burning in my heart. You need to get more stands. You need to get more stands. And then combine all the stands and place it on themselves. Not only do you have 4 certificates. Is somebody with me? Not only do you have a master degree. Add to it. I can also make hair. It's another stand. I can sew clothes. Add it to it again. What else you had? I can make shoe. Add it to it again. I make leather bag. Add it to it again. I can plan wedding. Add that one. Listen, what does your CV look like? Your CV is your stand. You are the light. But if you don't have a good stand, listen, your light will not go beyond there. They won't see your light. Your word will never know you have light. Because your stand needs to keep getting higher. What gives you edge is what you know. I told you last week. What you know, what you can do. That's what gives you edge in the world. So you appear at the interview and they tell you, what can you do for us? And begin to tell them all the common story. Look for something fresh to tell them. You don't need to talk about, everybody's talking about, I can make sure your turnover increase. All those theory that are never in the system. You tell them what they want to hear. But how do you want to eat? I can assure you, by me being a member of an establishment, the attitude of all your workers will improve. They will ask you, come again. How does that one relate to your job? Listen, there is an attitude I carry. It's like an aroma. It spreads. It spreads. It spreads. It spreads. See, there's just one thing about me. Anything I do, people like to copy me. Wouldn't they want to employ you? So you tell them, see, don't worry, I will come to work 30 minutes before. I can guarantee you, 1 year, everybody will come latest 29 minutes before time. Because people like to copy me. That is selling yourself. But you have that attitude indeed. You are the light of the world. Place your light on a stand. Grow your business. Did you hear me? As you are working there, begin to grow your business. Begin to grow it. Begin to grow it. Begin to grow it. Build your portfolio. Your portfolio is your stand. I'm just going to stop there. Daniel got a stand. He was light in Judah. But insecurity and war made him to travel. Do you remember? He got a stand to shine his light. If that stand, he would have shone his light. What was the stand he got? His ability, his leadership ability came up. His ability to interpret dreams came up. And from there, he was rising and rising and rising till he got to a height. And even the king said, the God of Daniel shall become our God. That is how light shines. You get to a life, you rise. If you want to join politics, join now. So that in the next 20 years, you'll be contesting for presidency. So something always comes to your mind. When they are talking about president, governor, some of you, it doesn't cross your mind that you can be one. You think it's for them. You think it's for them. This one want to do something like now. Assuming you are the vice president or the president, what will I do? Will I declare public holiday to Nigeria? Something like week. And the National Assembly will pass it under 20 minutes. Are you hearing what I'm saying here? If it's be involved. Some of you were involved in politics on your campus, at your departmental level and everything, and now you are doing your own like this. What is the essence of what you did then? It's a wasted investment in your life. All the experiences you gathered then, if you can't use it now, you have wasted it. Why gather an experience that you will not use in future? Join. Gradually, join. Understand the intricacies, how to do it. Join them. He said they will pollute you. No. Darkness does not corrupt light. It is light that improves darkness. If their darkness can cover you, that means, you are not light. Let me close. When Jesus died and the body was left there, the scriptures would not have been fulfilled. If not for one light who has got a stand in government, Joseph of Arimathea. He was a light. So why the other light were following Jesus up and down? He was building his stand where? In the political government. Listen, stop coming here and stop struggling for position to light yourself inside church. Go out there and get a stand for yourself. Your own time of relevance will soon come. Listen, when Jesus died, Joseph of Arimathea, by his own initiative, he now saw why he was the light. He went to tell them, he said, sir, that man that we killed, can I go and bury his body decently? And to tell you the kind of influence he has, they didn't argue with him. So there are some people, they are kingmakers. The king cannot argue with them. And then they give you the body. When the apostles were being chased up and down, there was one man called Gamaliel. Do you remember him? He was among the judges of the law. He also was a light, hiding under the law. And he said, leave these people now. Don't kill them. Let them go. If what they are saying is true, Abi, it will last. You can't stop it. But if they are saying it's a lie, it will soon fade out. Remember one man came like that and tell us something. Where are they today? They are gone. And by his comment, what they say? Peter and John, be going. That is light. Who have gained stand? We need light in the judiciary. I want light who are senior advocate of Nigeria from here. I know you didn't study law. In fact, you were in a science class secondary school. It's not too late to go and study law. Barrister, is this too late? Mommy, see, you can still go and study law. I want senior advocate who are here. And even when they travel and go to UK, they will become QC. No, it's not guy QC. It's not KC. King's Counsel. Anywhere you go, you are still making it. See, I want people who will enter the media world on their personality. Some people have the gifting, but they are using it inside the bank. Maybe their bank will start a radio, I don't know. But that's something you can say to them in your bank. Their whole life presence. They can start a podcast, a blog on YouTube. They can start. You champion it, you be at the proposal, and you champion it for them. You like that, you still stay there, but you are doing what you are called to do. I want people who have stands. Imagine you become a celebrity cook. And then you roll out forms for training. Masterclass. And 2,000 people register, both virtually and physical. And the first 30 minutes is speaking in tongues. Whether you know what you are saying or not, let's speak in tongues. If you don't know how to do it, go to that side, they will baptize you. Then you get to that side again to baptize. If you are not born again, you cannot be baptized, go to that side. Then you go, they keep, but because they want a masterclass, won't they follow the process? What is your stand? Becoming a celebrity cook. For some of you, you are cooking. Ordinary what to cook, you cannot post. You are too ashamed to post what you are cooking. If you are not proud of yourself, who will celebrate you? You must celebrate yourself. Make that hairstyle and popularize and say what? Made by me. Dami Jade. Some of you here, you have new songs. You are hiding your song. You come to choir rehearsal. They say people should bring song. You are not bringing their CD. You are downloading from YouTube for all. And you have a song. They didn't say bring song from YouTube. They said bring a song. It's your turn to bring song for choir. Bring out your song. The song who sang it, say, there is one Kemai somewhere. I've not heard of that before. You people, you don't know. You have not gone back. You have not traveled. That's why you have to become a traveling light. So that you can meet Kemai. Bring it out. Stop burying your life. You have life, you are burying it. You have songs, you are burying it. You have scripts, you are burying it. You have stories, you are burying it. Stop burying it. Bring it out. You have ideas, you are keeping it there. For where? Let me tell you one thing about ideas. And ideas you don't use, very soon somebody else will have used it. The mystery of ideas is that it's not unique to anybody. What God does is that an idea needs to come to the world. It's time for it to come to the world. So God pour it in people. It's first come, first serve. So as you are thinking about it, other people are thinking about it. If you like, keep rolling your dice. And say, where does my idea come? It will be 6. And you keep rolling it. Double C. Somebody has rolled out 1, roll out 2, roll out 4, and added it together. And already at 6.
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. What is it? But you have not ruled out one. You are still looking for double 6. If what will come out first is not double 6, it's just 1. Let it be 1. Keep piling it up. It's not compulsory to win your game by your first throw. Launch out. Listen, I told you, lazy people cannot climb. They cannot arise. They always make an excuse. There is a lion on the street. But there are people on the street also. In fact, what you call lion is not a lion. It's somebody who has made use of his grace and calling and has become like a lion on the street. What people call lion on the street is not lion. It's because they said there are many. Don't they say there are many people already doing what I'm trying to do. That's what they are saying. So if I get there, I will get lost. It's because you don't have a uniqueness. If you have a uniqueness, you will not get lost. There is a dimension you bring to it and you will step out. I've told you here the story of pure water. People were doing ice water before. But somebody felt like, what can I do to step out? And I told you, like, stand out. What can I do to stand out, to excel amidst all of them? Then instead of tying it like this, I'll go and get something to seal it. That was all. That is the difference. Don't stay where you are. What are you standing on? First, stand on your feet anyway. Stand on your feet. Stand. The message I have preached to you today is not a message to go and pray. It's a message to go and think and act. Go and do something with your life. Stop saying I will start in 5 years' time. Start now. Make your mistakes now. Start now. Tell somebody beside you, start now. Don't worry. I'm going to have a big school. You see that school? It will be bigger than ISI. Look for one child and start teaching that child lesson free of charge. Add another 1, 2, 3. That's how to start a school. Stop waiting for a big school. Start somewhere. Start now. Before you know it, you already have 12 people. You already have 15 people. And then you tell them, let's go do it in the Monday. And let's make it. You will teach physics, you will teach maths, you will teach chemistry, you will teach everything. Then you come and beg Architect Thompson to teach them drawing. Then you beg Sister with me. It's free, no money. You teach them Bible knowledge, you teach them history, you teach them everything. And now when she's going, you give her water. You start from somewhere. And you tell her, see, this school will be big. When it is big, I promise you, we will become 20% owner. You are shareholder, 20%. For example, say 21% because you are teaching more than him. 21%. You will share everything. When it becomes big, it will become big. Don't worry. Some of you are not ready to volunteer now because you are looking for quick gains. What are you standing on? Even your volunteering can be a stand. Tell somebody, it's time to travel. Do you have a passport? Ask questions. Do you have a passport? Do you have I'm not saying passport autograph, international passport. Do you have? If we suddenly take you to that Canada you have always been doing for and shouting you want to go, if you drop you there now, what are you going to do there that will make a difference? What do you have that they will say we need you that others are not doing? What is the unique thing that you have? Any uniqueness? Some of you are here, you can beat drums, you are hiding there. You better come and start beating drums. Probably somebody will come from SA that day and will not tell you from South Africa. And we see you beating drum. And you come and tell Pastor Philip, you are the worship pastor. I like that man. Can I take him along with me? And you say, I don't have passport. Don't worry about passport. One day you will get passport. One day you will get visa. One day you get tickets. You think it doesn't happen? I know stories of many people. One day everything came. One day. But the stand they were standing on was a skill. What do you have? What do you know? What certificate do you have? He's ringing and he's just fighting street. Hey. Pass. Listen. Listen. There is a time to launch out. There is a season called your season. You might want to try it later, but it will be too late. Because if you plant corn, when you are not, others have stopped planting corn, you will not reap anything. When your colleagues are planting cassava and you are planting beans, you are wasting your time. There is a time to launch out. There is a time to get your stand. Don't look for a stand when the season is over. Listen, you are in the season. Hear the word of the Lord. You have waited enough. It's time. You have waited enough. It's time. You are considering and calculating everything you need to make it possible. Stop thinking about it. The provision is already there. Just go. The provision is already there. Just go. You step out. You launch out. Somebody is here. There is a particular business thing. Just go. 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 You've waited enough. He said to the Israelites, he said, you have tarried around this mountain too long. It's time to go forward. Somebody say, I go forward. I go forward. Tell yourself, you're not telling me. Tell yourself, I go forward. I've stayed too long on this mountain. I'm moving forward. Your life needs to travel. Your life needs to travel. Better jobs, better businesses, better locations, better neighborhoods, better nations. Your life needs to travel. But where is your stand? On what are you standing? On what are you standing? On what are you standing? Don't be lazy. Climb your stands now. Arise. Let your life travel far. For some of you here, God has talked to you about a vlog, about a podcast. This is the season. There are people that will promote your content. They are waiting for it now. If you stay too long, they will have gone. Lord, thank you for this morning. 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 Lights travels. You are that light. You should travel. You should cover more grounds. You should cover new grounds. You should meet new people, affect more people, and affect new people. But you need to place your light on a stand. What is going to give you an edge against your colleague? What is going to give you an edge? What is it that will attract people? He said, nations shall come to your life. What will draw them on? What are you standing that is calling them? What are you standing upon that is calling them to come and look for you? The higher you go, the more people will see you. Stop hiding it. I say it again to somebody. Stop hiding those songs. Stop hiding it. Stop hiding those stories. Stop hiding those scripts. You said it's just a story, it's just fiction. Stop hiding it. Stop hiding it. Tell your story. Lord, we thank you for this morning. We thank you for this morning. We give you praise. We give you praise.
We hope you've been greatly blessed. That which we have seen and heard, declare we unto you, that you also may have fellowship with us. And truly our fellowship is with the Father and with His Son, Jesus Christ.
Contact and follow us on all our social media handles
at MIV Word House. Stay strong, vigorous, and victorious.